Okay, welcome to Game Programming CPSC 440 for this summer, 5 weeks. I sent out a syllabus and I posted some things. Some things will change, and I will update you as they do change. The information right now is in Canvas. There is a syllabus here. I will be on campus frequently. I have 2 summer science students that I am working research on, so I will be around. My office is Trinkle B21. You can see that over here. This is my office phone. However, I don't pick it up a lot, so it's not the best place to reach me at. It's better to email me at jenniferpollock@gmail.com. These are the days here that I'll definitely be on campus in my office, definitely from 9 to 11 a.m. If these times don't work for you, then we can arrange a time to meet that's convenient for both of us. Email correspondence, if you mail me Monday through Friday between 9 and 5 p.m., I should get back to you within 2 hours. If you don't hear from me within 2 hours, then make sure that you send it to the right email address. If you're emailing me before or after that time, within 12 hours, I should get back to you. So you don't, I do have kids, so outside of 9 to 5, they come first. And on the weekends, I'm not going to guarantee any correspondence, and I'm going to be upfront with that since people have complained that I was not upfront with that last semester. So I'm being very upfront with that this semester. There is no required textbook. You're going to get all the notes that you need from me throughout the semester. There are also websites that I will point you to. So this way you have some resources. There are no exams on this. There's just programming assignments. There's 5 programming assignments. They're larger. There's game presentation. That's basically you playing your game on the computer, and you'll do screen captures of you playing your game. That's 15% of your game. And then there are labs throughout the 5 weeks, and that's 40% of your grade. Final grades are determined on the scale that you see here. Programming projects, as I said, there's about 5. The last programming project is solely you design and create what project you want to do. I give you some guidelines as to all the features that have to be into that, and then you make the game that you want. The other 4 assignments are pretty standard. I say the first one's actually out there already. It's unscramble the words. And then we go into the graphic games. Program assignment 2, 3, and 4 are graphical oriented games. You can change the graphics, meaning that, like, I think I talk about in game 2 that it's penguins. Well, if you wanted to use a different graphics instead of penguins and use zombies, you could do that, but it would still have the same theme of the game as to what it's doing. If your program does not compile, you will get a 0. If it compiles and it does nothing, you will get a 0. So it has to compile and actually do something even for me to go to this grading rubric. So if you type in a bunch of stuff and it does nothing, you will get a 0. So I will not use the rubric if you don't have a programming assignment that I can't get anything to do from it. Your labs, basically, it's an A, B, C, D, or an F. I just grade in those criterias. I am trying to get you to practice the concepts that I'm talking about in each of the different sections, so you can practice those techniques and then apply them in the programming assignments that you are doing. Your game presentation is going to be a screencast and you talking through your game. What you'll learn is I'm not the best game player. So it's best if you play your game, because if I get frustrated and can't play your game, you don't want to get a grade from me based on my inability to actually play the game. So I want to see you play your game, walk me through your game, so this way I can understand that it is playable that you have the features that I'm looking for, and that I can see how it works. In addition, I will try to play it, and I do have 2 testers at home. Their names are Elizabeth and Brianna. They seem to sometimes to be able to play games that I cannot play. In your screencast, I am looking for visual quality, that I can see everything. I'm also making sure that I can understand you. So I am going to be grading on those qualities of there. Honor policy, don't cheat. Don't post your stuff on Stack Overflow. Don't go to GitHub and look for it. Don't go on any kind of those websites that you know that I know about and you know about it, and I'm not a fool that we both know about it. They're out there. I know it. Don't go to Stack Overflow. Don't go to cplus.com, .org. There are Allegro sites out there. I've seen them all, because that's the site where that's what we're using. I've seen them all. I've been to them all. Even the ones that are in different languages. I can translate just as well as you can translate on Google. If you have a problem with a small portion, I can't get a timer to work. You can post that small portion to Stack Overflow, but you can't do the whole thing to Stack Overflow. You can't go rummaging around in GitHub for it. We have caught a lot of people lately going and getting code off of GitHub and Git and then typing it in themselves. That's cheating. Don't use it. You are the one that has to create the programs. That's it. If you have any disability, just contact me and we'll work out whatever you need to do in order to successfully complete this class. Here's the schedule of the semester. So far there's 3 labs and there's 2 game programming assignments. I think I disabled game programming assignment 2, only game programming assignment 1 is up currently. I'm being very specific as to what I want you to use. I have a Mac, but I also have, I run VMware. We are going to be using Visual Studio Express 2012. It should also work with Visual Studio, however, I think it's 2014, but I just have 2012 on this machine. It's the easiest thing that I have. We'll also be using what's called Allegro, and it's not the most recent, but it is a stable version. I'm more worried about stability than the latest version. So that is why I'm using the combination of Express and so if you go into Canvas, you go to Files, okay. Here, Allegro 5.07, MSVC 10.0. You're going to need this folder. You're going to have to download this folder here. You're also going to have to download this MSVCR100D.dll. You are going to have to install these things before you do any kind of programming. So those are the first few things that I'm going to walk you through. So you want to go to the C drive, Program Files, Microsoft Visual Studio 11. What if you only installed Visual C, then you'll only have a VC directory. Now, I want to go in the bin. I want to go in the bin on this here. I want to take all this here, and I want to copy it all over here. Notice that it's already here because I did already copy it. I want to go back to the root directory of both of these. I want to go into the include. I want to go into the include in my Microsoft Visual. And then I want to copy all of this, and I put it in here. Notice that it's already in here because I have already copied it. Go back to the root of the 2 directories. Go into the lib. Go into the lib. I want to take all of these, and I want to copy it into here, and notice that they are already copied inside of there. This is a DLL linker file, and this has to be installed in your system file. And it really depends on if you have a 32-bit or 64-bit operating system to where it has to be installed. You're going to have to put this DLL file in one of these three folders. This is for 64-bit, this is 32-bit, and this is just the general system folder. Once you do that, then Allegro is set up to actually run. So that would be the setup for Allegro. How do you know Allegro's up and running? Well, you would start a new project. Now, when you start your project, you will not have an Allegro template because you have to create your own template. And I'm going to walk you through that. Start with you'll have an empty project. Choose an empty project. There's nothing going to be here. So it's an empty project. And what you want to do is, in Canvas, I have provided notes for you. So if we go over to Canvas, you want to type this program in. So you want to go to your source file. You want to say add, new item, say a C++ file. And you want to type in the code that I have here. Okay, it's just a very simple C++ / Allegro, which is Allegro is a game programming library. If you type on the green arrow, and that will allow you to compile, what you will see is that there are build errors in there. And the reason why that there are build errors there is because it doesn't recognize your Allegro files. And this is, you have to do a few more steps in order to get it to acknowledge your Allegro files. Okay, so I'm actually going, so you got to set up your linkers. And the way that we do that is you highlight project in your Solution Explorer, you right click, and then you get this project property pages. What you want to select is the linker directory. And you want to open it up. So you go to linker, you go to input, and you see where this says additional dependencies. You're going to click on this and an arrow is going to appear, and you're going to say edit. And what you're going to do is you're going to paste this Allegro 5, Allegro-5.07-monolith-md-debug-lib. Now, if you downloaded a different file from the web, so if you didn't download mine from Canvas, yours might be slightly different. I'm using version 5.07, and the reason I'm using it is because it is stable. I did not pick the most recent, and I think they're up to like 5.10. I picked the recent that was stable. I picked it also because it was stable on my Mac environment. I have a Mac and I am doing a dual boot because I run with VMware. So it's a version that I know is good for the lab and my Mac. So I picked something that was stable for both environments. So if you did something different, then you are going to have to do a different dependency on your machine. I say okay. I say apply. Now, if I say run the program, all this does, it opens up a blank black window. I have a window back here and a window here. This one right here is the graphics window, and it's only going to open for 10 seconds. That's it. Once it opens, 10 seconds, that is your template. You have successfully installed Allegro. What I would do is I would create an Allegro template out of this, meaning that I don't have to keep on installing and doing that dependency each time. You say export a template, just create your project template, say next. I downloaded the icon for Allegro and I uploaded it. That's how I got that icon. And this way, every time I go to a project, I start with that template, and all that means is, because I replace most of this stuff every single time, is that my Allegro libraries are all there. I don't have to go in and do the rest of the linking. So that is the first part of what you need to do. We'll be back in a little while.